Hello, and welcome to Writing Tips with Rachel. Today I'm exploring what writing burnout is and sharing a few tips for how to avoid it. I talk often about how difficult a writing career can be. Maybe one of the most difficult things about it is you mostly work for yourself. You are your own boss. For some, this can be a problem because you never really get anything done. For others, it can be a problem because you take every extra moment to work. You work in all the spaces you have. When you work in every available space, you leave no spaces for rest. When there are no spaces for rest, we run the risk of burnout. Here are the symptoms of burnout. I've collected these from multiple sources and have experienced many of them in my own life. You start to question the value of your writing and your work. You're dragging yourself to your chair where you can write, or out of bed, or you have to bribe yourself with chocolate to actually get started on your projects. Or you can't get started at all because, well, you don't want to. You lack the energy for writing itself. You've lost patience with the people you work with, and maybe the ones you live with too. You find it hard to focus on your writing. You feel very little satisfaction for what you've accomplished, either the words you've written today or the starred review you got for a book that's about to publish. You're having trouble sleeping because you can't stop thinking about what still needs to be done. You get headaches or stomach issues or other pains because you can't stop thinking about what needs to be done. You feel drained and depleted, exhausted. You're starting to really dislike writing. Before this goes any farther, and you give up, or worse, resign yourself to always hating writing, here are some tips for how to avoid burnout. They'll also work for pulling yourself out of burnout if you're already there. Number 1, take a vacation. This doesn't even have to be a real vacation. Not all of us have the funds or the budget for a vacation, but take a vacation from your writing. We can't expect to work and write all the time and not feel burned out. Take a day off here, a week off there, a month off if you need it. Or if you're in the middle of something, schedule breaks during the day, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or a half hour when you do something else besides write. Take a few hours off on a Friday to grocery shop with your partner, or see a movie, or roller skate at a rink. People still do that, right? Just put away your notebook. Turn off your computer. Don't think about your projects. This year, I decided that every school holiday my kids have off, I'd take off too. It's helping my burnout a little at a time. Put your vacations on the calendar and stick to them. And learn how to rest. Number 2, make sure you're filling up, not just pouring out. As creative people, we're often pouring out, writing, creating, giving our work to the world. That kind of creative expression empties us, hollows us out a little. In order to continue being creative, we have to find what invigorates us and fills up our creative cup. For some, that might be a hobby. It might be time with family. It might be a long vacation. Reading fills me up. Watching documentaries or shows, running with a good playlist. We need to calm our minds and our bodies so they can express themselves again. We need to consume other people's creativity and enjoy the presence of others so we can reconnect with our inspiration. Burnout can make us feel even emptier and more depleted, so filling our cups again becomes even more important when we're struggling to create in the first place. Check out a good book from your library. Start a new project that's completely unrelated to writing. Binge on a show you've been wanting to watch for a while. Find what fills you up and let it do its work. Number 3, establish healthy boundaries. When we pursue anything on our own or outside a regular perimeter of office hours, we need to establish boundaries. Otherwise, we will be creating in all the empty spaces and there will be no time off. Time has a way of slipping right through our hands. We need to schedule office hours and also rest hours and recreation hours. Non-negotiable times when we are allowed to play and breathe and then work. Maybe the word schedule makes you wrinkle your nose and say, ew. So trick your mind and say, my work boundary is this time to this time, and anything that falls outside of those hours is a no for me. And that's something too. Learning how to say no. Getting really good at saying no. That's a boundary. Establishing what we will and will not do with our time. So when people ask us for something extra, we'll know whether we have the time and energy to do it and whether it aligns with our work-life values. Of course, there can be exceptions to these boundaries. Some weeks will be more crowded than others. The important thing is the exception doesn't become the routine. Here's a bonus tip. Keep a running list of what needs to be done. When we hold that list in our minds, it can contribute to overwhelm and burnout. If your list of what needs to be done is anything like my list of what needs to be done, it's gigantic. Getting it down on paper or however you make lists can make it feel less intimidating. The reality is, we will all most likely suffer from burnout at different stages of our lives and careers. But I hope these tips and tricks will help minimize those moments of burnout so we can maintain a long and healthy writing career. That's it for today's Writing Tips with Rachel. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I'd love to know your tips for avoiding or pulling yourself out of writing burnout. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for videos about books and life and more videos like this. And sign up for my newsletter at racheltolson.com for inspiration, book recommendations, news, and writing prompts. Stay strong and see you next time.